quick question. If your boss had an AI that watched your screen, tracked your tone in emails, scored your meetings, and then decided your raise, would you call that productivity or a horror movie?
I'd call it Tuesday, because a lot of companies are already halfway there. They just don't say it out loud.
Wait, halfway there?
Yep, and the scary part is the tech is getting better faster than the rules.
What's up, everyone? Welcome back to MIC's Up. I'm Jordan, and today we're getting into the one workplace trend that somehow sounds like efficiency and dystopia at the exact same time. Today's topic is AI in the workplace, productivity boom or surveillance nightmare. And I brought the perfect person to unpack it. Bill is a workplace AI and algorithmic management researcher. He's advised companies on responsible AI rollouts, and he's done the less glamorous part too, auditing monitoring systems and performance scoring tools that quietly reshape how people get hired, promoted, or pushed out.
Quietly reshape is a polite way to say
it. Hey, I'm trying not to get us sued in minute one.
Give it time.
All right, set the baseline. When people hear AI at work, they think ChatGPT writing emails faster, right? But we're talking about something darker.
Yeah, there are two AI stories happening at once. Story one, cognitive offloading. AI helps you draft, summarize, plan, brainstorm, automate the boring stuff. That's the productivity boom.
Love that story.
Story two, algorithmic management. AI measures workers, predicts performance, flags risk, and nudges managers toward decisions. That's where surveillance creeps in. So the same tech that writes my meeting notes can also score me for not being enthusiastic enough in the meeting? In some implementations, yes. Or it scores output proxies, keystrokes, response time, ticket velocity, time in apps, camera on minutes, sentiment analysis in messages, all of it. That's wild, because suddenly your job becomes feeding the metric. Exactly. And metrics are never neutral. They define what good looks like.
Let's do key point one. Productivity metrics. Why is that where things go sideways?
Because what's easy to measure becomes what matters. If the system can measure emails sent more easily than good judgment, guess what gets rewarded?
More emails, which is the opposite of productivity.
Right. And white-collar work is messy. The best work often looks slow. Thinking, mentoring, preventing future problems. Those don't produce neat numbers.
So we end up with what I call cosplay productivity. Everyone looks busy, nobody's effective.
Perfect term. And AI makes it worse because it can generate output at scale. Now a person can produce 10x the stuff, documents, tickets, updates, and the system goes, wow, star performer.
Meanwhile, they're just auto-generating noise.
Exactly. The scoreboard rewards volume, not value.
Key point two, human-in-the-loop. Everyone says it like it's a magical safety phrase.
It's often a fallacy. In theory, the AI suggests, the human decides. In reality, the AI becomes the default decision, and the human is there to rubber stamp or take the blame.
So when it goes wrong, they go, a human approved it.
Exactly. And humans are biased toward the machine's recommendation, especially under time pressure. Because if the AI says, this person is low performance risk, you're like, cool, save me work. And if you override it and something bad happens later, you'll get asked why you ignored the system. That creates a compliance incentive. Follow the algorithm.
So the loop is basically a legal loop.
That's not funny.
That's horrifying.
It's both. Darkly comedic.
Key point three, employee burnout. How does AI push people there faster?
Two ways. One, pace setting. If AI helps top performers move faster, the baseline expectation rises. Suddenly, normal becomes AI-assisted normal.
So even if you don't want AI, you're competing against people who use it?
Exactly. Two, constant evaluation. When workers feel watched, whether it's real or perceived, stress goes up. And stress kills creativity, collaboration, and long-term performance. It's like being on a reality show, but the prize is keeping your job.
Yeah, and people start self-censoring, avoiding risks, avoiding hard problems, because the system might misread it as low output.
So you get a safer, more boring company.
With higher turnover.
Let's talk future state. You said something earlier that stuck. Scoring becoming the primary metric for retention in white-collar work. Paint that picture.
Imagine a composite score, call it Workstyle Index, built from dozens of signals: project velocity, response time, peer feedback text analysis, meeting participation, customer sentiment, code review cycles, even calendar density.
That's a credit score for your job.
Exactly. And once it exists, leadership will treat it like truth. Not because they're evil, because they're overwhelmed and want a simple knob to turn.
Who do we promote? Turn the knob. Who do we lay off? Turn the knob.
Yep. And the danger is that the score becomes self-fulfilling. Low score, fewer opportunities. Fewer opportunities, lower score.
That's the spiral.
And it quietly penalizes people who do invisible labor: mentoring, onboarding, emotional support, quality control. Things that keep teams healthy.
Which ironically prevents burnout, but the score doesn't see it.
Exactly.
Give us a real-world example people can grab onto. Something that's already happening.
A clean example is Amazon's warehouse systems, where productivity and performance are tracked extremely closely. Rates, time between scans, time off task. That's algorithmic management in a very literal form.
Right, like the system is basically the manager.
Exactly. Now, white-collar work isn't warehouses, but the logic is migrating. In corporate environments, you see tools like Microsoft Viva and other analytics suites that can surface patterns, meeting overload, collaboration networks, after-hours work. Those can be used responsibly, like reducing burnout, or they can be weaponized into who's active at 10:47 p.m. energy.
The "why weren't you online at 10:47 p.m. Slack message is my villain origin story.
Exactly. And then there are employee monitoring tools like time tracking, screenshot logging, keystroke activity. They got more popular with remote work. Even if a company says we don't use it for punishment, the existence of it changes behavior.
Because people feel it.
Right. The chilling effect is real.
All right, myths time. Myth number 1. If you're not doing anything wrong, you shouldn't care about monitoring.
That's the classic line. But privacy isn't about hiding wrongdoing. It's about dignity, autonomy, and not being constantly judged by incomplete data.
Myth number 2. AI managers remove human bias.
AI can encode bias at scale. If the training data reflects historical inequities, the system learns them and then makes them look objective.
Myth number 3. More metrics means more fairness.
More metrics often means more noise. You get false precision. People think the number is accurate because it's detailed.
Myth number 4. Human-in-the-loop guarantees safety.
Not if the human is overloaded, pressured, or punished for overriding the machine.
Myth number 5. Productivity is the same as output.
Exactly. Output is visible. Productivity is value over time.
Let's get practical. Whether you're an employee or a manager, what's a framework to not get wrecked by this?
I'll give a simple one. F.A.I.R. F. Function. What problem is the AI solving, really? ACCESS. Who can see the data and scores? Can the employee see them too? Interpretation. How does the system turn signals into judgments? Any human review? Any appeal process? R. Recourse. What happens when it's wrong? Can you contest decisions?
Ooh, recourse is huge. If you can't appeal, it's not a tool, it's a verdict.
Exactly. And for individuals, ask what's being measured and what decisions it affects. Don't optimize for every metric. Optimize for outcomes you can defend. Keep a value log. Impact, mentorship, prevented disasters, stuff the system won't capture.
That's smart, like your own counter data.
Yes. And if you're a manager, use AI to reduce busy work, not to micromanage humans. Avoid secret scores. If you can't be transparent, rethink it. Measure teams, not individuals, unless the role truly demands individual metrics.
And maybe don't turn your employees into Tamagotchis you have to keep alive with keyboard clicks.
Please don't.
Quick fire, short answers. Ready? Hit me. 1. Best use of AI at work right now. Summarization and drafting. Clear time savers. 2. Worst use.
Individual performance scoring based on proxy signals.
3. One red flag phrase you hear in AI rollouts.
Don't worry, it's only for visibility.
4. What's the most likely near-future scenario?
Composite scores influencing promotion and retention decisions.
5. One thing employees should demand.
Transparency. What data, what model, what decisions, and how to appeal.
That's clean. All right, let's wrap with 3 takeaways from this episode. 1. AI boosts productivity when it helps humans think and execute, but it becomes toxic when it turns work into a scoreboard. 2. Human-in-the-loop doesn't automatically mean safe. Often it means humans rubber stamp the machine or take the blame. 3. The future risk is performance scoring becoming the primary retention gate in white-collar work, like a job credit score that shapes opportunities.
And the real question isn't, can we measure work? It's, should we measure it this way, and what does it do to people?
That's the heart of it. If you vibed with this episode on Mic's Up, hit like, subscribe, and send it to the friend who's convinced their laptop camera is judging them. Comment below. Would you accept AI performance scoring if it got you a raise faster, or is that a hard no? Bill, thanks for coming on and making everyone slightly more paranoid, but like in a useful way.
Healthy paranoia is just situational awareness.
Facts. All right, see you in the next episode.
Thanks for watching. Give us a like, share with friends, and hit that subscribe button for more.